November is Falls Prevention Awareness Month, and Community Care Durham would like to take this opportunity to provide you some guidance moving into the winter months. With the colder weather on its way, the environment and the elements will start to become more prevalent of a risk factor for fall occurrence. This short video can help properly prepare you for the challenging weather and winter months ahead. The focus of this presentation will be on winter footwear and walking in winter conditions. Two very important items to focus on if you hope to avoid a fall this winter. Let's begin our talk with footwear. Before we focus specifically on winter footwear, we should make mention of some items important to selecting footwear for any season. Purchasing and wearing proper footwear can go a long way in preventing falls. So let's start with what to look for in a pair of shoes or boots. Despite what style of shoe or boot you select, the proper fit of the shoe is important. An improperly fitted shoe can put you at risk for falls. Here are some basic guidelines to help you find the proper fit when selecting a shoe and a specific size. Properly fitted footwear should be the right length, width, and height. A shoe is the right length if there is at least one thumb width between the end of the shoe and the end of your longest toe. At the same time, your heel should not slip up and down in the back end of your shoe. A shoe is the right width when your foot won't slide side to side, but you're still able to wiggle your toes. Make sure the toe box accommodates the height of your toes. This is important because some shoe materials, such as leather, do not allow much flexibility in this area. You should always try shoes on with socks, insoles, and any orthotic devices you make use of to ensure a proper fit within the toe box. Every shoe fits differently. Using only your standard shoe size to purchase new shoes won't ensure a perfect fit. Avoid the temptation of ordering shoes online, shop in person, and try your potential new shoe purchase on. Make sure to try both shoes on and take a stroll around the store. Feet are not always identical in size, and this can affect the fit of your shoes. The best time to go shoe shopping is in the mid-afternoon. This is important to take into consideration as feet tend to swell throughout the day. Try purchasing and wearing footwear that offers a lot of contact with the ground, such as a shoe with a low flat heel. The more contact your shoe makes with the ground, the more stable your base of support will be. Avoid heavy footwear or shoes, boots with high narrow heels. These types of footwear may limit your foot clearance with the ground and increase your risk of falling. Improperly tied shoes can lead to a loose-fitting shoe and unsecured laces, causing an increased fall risk. If physically tying your shoes is difficult, purchase shoes with Velcro fasteners instead. Avoid purchasing or wearing slippers or flip-flops. These type of footwear fit poorly and can be dangerous if they become loose. Try wearing shoes with non-slip soles in your house instead of slippers or socks. In Canada, making the change from one season to another, such as from fall to winter, can be quite drastic. The temperature drops, the terrain changes, and we must adapt to be successful in this environment. One of the most important changes we make that can help us avoid falls and the subsequent injury is that of our footwear. As we move forward in this presentation, it's important not to forget many of the guidelines on footwear mentioned earlier in this video, as they will apply to winter footwear selection as well. When we look at the subject of proper winter footwear, the best place to start should be with awareness. We need to be aware of the weather conditions outdoors if we plan to be out in it. This means more than just what conditions are like when you leave the house, but also any changes that may occur when you're out and about. So look at the weather forecast for the day and take this into consideration when selecting your footwear. Remember, proper winter footwear does you no good if it's sitting at home when it needs to be on your feet instead. When purchasing winter footwear, or ensuring your current footwear is appropriate for winter travel, the main focus would be on the soles of the shoes. When it comes to falls prevention in the winter months, the soles of your shoes need to provide good grip and traction. A thick, non-slip tread sole made of natural rubber is suggested. Look for groove patterns that extend right to the edges of your soles. These grooves allow water and snow to escape and keep you steady in wet and icy conditions. As mentioned for other types of footwear, it is important also to look for winter footwear with low, wide heels and that are light in weight. Here is an example of the type of sole that would provide you excellent stability in winter weather conditions. It provides all the aspects mentioned a moment ago and would be a great choice for winter footwear. On the other hand, here's a poor example of soles for use in winter weather. Unlike the first picture, this sole is from footwear designed for summer use. The sole is made from very thin rubber with groove patterns that are shallow and do not extend out to the sides of the sole. Snow and ice would have nowhere to go, making it difficult to be stable on your feet in even the lightest of winter weather conditions. Although footwear is an important aspect of falls prevention, there are many other areas that can help reduce your risk of experiencing a fall this winter season. Let's start by bringing some awareness to these items, providing you tips and strategies to help navigate the winter season safely, avoiding slips, trips, and falls. Whether you're going outside to get into your car or perhaps to take a walk with a friend, monitor the forecast and be prepared for the weather. Your vision is important to your balance and to the coordination of body movements. Give your eyes time to adjust when moving from an indoor setting to the outdoor environment. Be aware of your surroundings and look for potential hazards. Ice, surface cracks, or uneven surfaces are often at the root of many falls. Try to walk on designated and clear paths when possible. Try to avoid walking outdoors at night. With low visibility, it is hard to see potential tripping hazards to avoid them. Try to keep your hands out of your winter jacket pockets so they can help aid with balance. Always take time walking up and down staircases. Make sure you use the handrails to help maintain your balance and stability. If you find yourself walking on a slippery surface, move slowly, keep your knees loose and bent, shorten your stride, and shuffle your feet. Envision walking like a penguin and you'll be set. Take a look at the picture below. If you're going to enjoy a winter walk for exercise, drink plenty of fluids and keep hydrated. Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean you're not sweating. Dehydration can often make you dizzy and alone be a risk factor for falls. One final item to consider is the use of assistive aids designed to make winter travel safer. The first of which are called yak tracks. Yak tracks are technically the brand name, but the term is synonymous with a rubber and Velcro piece that attaches to the soles of your winter shoes. These attachments make use of metal coils and sometimes small spikes to help create extra traction, increasing your stability on ice and snow. A pair of yak tracks can be purchased for around 35 Canadian dollars and can be found at sports stores or ordered online directly from the Yak Track website. Hiking poles are another optional assistive device that may help prevent or at least reduce fall occurrence. Used by some older adults during the 3 other Canadian seasons, use during the winter may be even more beneficial. Hiking poles, also referred to at times as trekking poles or urban poles, can be used to stabilize the body while moving through rough or dangerous terrain or just a walk around the block. The advantage of hiking poles is that they allow you to have 4 contact points with the ground, both with your feet and the poles as an extension of your hands and arms. The more contact you have with the ground, the more stable you'll be in a standing position, and this would include the activity of walking. For example, if you were to trip over a root system while walking on a nature trail or over a raised sidewalk stone in your neighborhood, there is a high probability of experiencing a fall. With the use of hiking or walking poles, when we lose our footing as described previously, we are able to use our upper body and core muscles to assist in regaining balance and stability and potentially avoid the fall. Most pairs of poles allow for changeable tips, while in the summer, spring, and fall, a rubber tip may suffice. Many people prefer a pointed metal tip for winter conditions. Similar to yak tracks, walking or trekking poles can be purchased at a local sports store and or online at various websites. The price will vary based on the options or features and the material the poles are constructed from.